biscuit, not even a crust. All aboard for a fat boy trip, and you can call me captain. Don't forget the paper plates and the stack of napkins. P-I-C-C-A, P-A-R-T-Y. P-I-C-C-A, P-A-R-T-Y. Pizza party, pizza party. Gonna have a good time. Pizza party, pizza party. Have a sip of red wine. Yeah.
Ciao Paesans! Woo! We are back. It is star date, September 2023. Oh boy, it's a pizza party tonight. Yes. Let me take a look at you. Oh, look at you. You growing that little thing right here. You must got into jazz lately. Whatever. It's a passing phase. You look good. Hey, why are we here? Because of Dungeon Crawl Classics role-playing game from Goodman Games and all things related. Oh my goodness. Boy, once you see what I got behind the curtain, oh, do not fear, do not be frightened. Step inside and become enlightened, because we got a blaster of a show today. We got my cousins, the Neon Lord. I didn't see cousin Marty, so we got to figure out what's going on there. Doc Metal is in the house. Luscious Levi is on an adventure trying to find some new relics, so we won't see him tonight. But what we do have is, oh, what a handsome son of a gun here, Luau Lou. And I bow before the mighty beard of Wayne Snyder, one of my new best friends that we had a couple of sleepovers at Gen Con, and now we're like this, like spaghetti and meatballs. All right, let's dig in, because I want to give them all the time in the world. How you been? We're back in school. I'm back in school, so I'm doing the balance between all the different planets that I live on. But it's good. I've been very productive lately. I'll start the show off with a little anecdote, if you will. So we wake up today. It's Saturday morning. I'm eating my blueberry. It's on the shelf. You can go find it now. And I say to my son, I say to Elvis Royale, I said, what are you going to do creative today? What's one creative thing you're going to do? And he goes, nothing. I'm going to go play with my friends, Dad. And I stopped for a second and I said, that's a pretty good answer. You know, I'm always pushing. You got to go out there. You got to go make something. You got to do this and that. Once in a while, a lot of times you got to balance it with just hanging out. Because I think looking back, that's where a lot of my adventure seeds came from. Just being a kid, going out in the woods and being a knucklehead. So next time you're stressed out, oh, I didn't make anything today, make some time and go hang out with some friends. So that's a little wisdom check from Elvis Royale. All right, let's go. Buckle up. We're going into the crypto-cool transition. Here we are inside the Mozzarella Mausoleum. Oh, man, I got some stuff to share with you today. First off, let's talk. Oh, Maron, here's something. I'm still unpacking from Gen Con, all right? I spent a lot of that mozzarella money at the Goodman booth, and I picked up some things because I knew I would love it, but I finally got a chance to open it up. You guys dig this yet? All right, you've probably seen it around. Tales from the Magician's Skull. I got a stack of them, and I just cracked open number 6 the other night. And let me tell you, this gets the official, and I'm not trying to sell you anything, wink, wink. This gets the official Joey Royale stamp of approval. I've already knocked out 2 stories from this in the past 2 nights. So before bed, I read one of them. They're a quick read, but they're robust. They got that Gygaxian vocabulary. They got all the great stuff of the Appendix N, but it's new stuff, though. These are new writers, all right? So they're carrying on the tradition of the Appendix N tone, and I love it. So first of all, you got absolutely beautiful art. These pages, this must be like Egyptian cotton. This is high-class stuff. But the coolest thing is, each story is about 5 pages. At the end of each story, guess what they do? Stat it up! They take a character from one of the stories, or 2, and they stat it up for you for DCC. It's incredible. So, I mean, that's what I do. That's what we do, right? We read, we get ideas, and we throw it in our adventures, and they do it for us right here. So there you go. Cut a little time out of it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. I love this. I highly recommend it. You can get this on the Goodman site. I had the honor of meeting the Skull himself. Oh, you think I'm a wildcat? Wait till you meet this guy. I shook his hand, and I felt there was ice cubes that went up my arm, and I couldn't move for one action. I got yelled at by Jen Brinkman because I couldn't do any stock stuff because of it. I kid. But Terry Olson, another great guy, the man in the cape, he does the statin up at this. So check that out. There's a ton of them, and I guarantee you'll enjoy it. What else I got? Oh, blasting on the boombox. Speaking of Saturday mornings and breakdancing, here we go. My man, Thorin Thompson. Oh, man, Dungeon Magic. I got this in the mail, and I've been cranking this. I finally got my tape player up and running. I got like 25 double D batteries, the D batteries. I put them in there, threw the cardboard down, and I've been breakdancing to the soundtrack of Sky of the Crimson Flame, which is absolutely beautiful. Support Thorin all you can so he can buy more weights and more protein powder. What a beautiful human being. I love that guy. Thorin, I love you. All right, here's a couple. Oh, and now we go from the Crypt of Cool to the Crypt of Cthulhu. Also, when I was in Gen Con, I got to go over one of my best friend's house, Scott Cthulhu, and he had a coffin full of amazing things. And I'm still packing away at it, opening it up. But here's something to start us off, because you got to get ready. I don't want to rush anything. I just had a handful of candy corn for breakfast this morning, like a healthy boy does. It's coming. The pumpkins are here. There's the smell of leaves coming. So we got to get ready for the most wonderful time of the year. And here's 2 ways I've been starting out. I was a teenage movie maker, and Monster Kid memories. Let's just talk about the inner 12-year-old. These are 12-year-olds, 1960s, 8mm cameras. Somehow they survived, and they put them to DVD. You want to see unbridled prepubescent horror? Right here. And this stuff, I started to watch a little bit these the other night. It's amazing what these kids could do with like toilet paper, paint, and some tape. The costumes, the makeup effects are absolutely beautiful and very inspiring. You don't need a lot to make something special. So don't forget to feed your inner 12-year-old this Halloween season and check out some of these if you can find it. If not, you can even look up. I did the same thing even before I got these because I've been looking for a long time. Look up old teenage horror movies from the 60s, 8mm on YouTube. They got a bunch of stuff like that from people all over, kids all over, making cool films from back in the day. Oh, beautiful stuff there. Oh, and look who crawled out of Scott's Crypt of Cool. Count Orlok himself. Oh, come with me to the Olive Garden. What a beautiful guy right there. He's going up in the cabinet. So, some great stuff out there. Scott, if you're watching, we love you, and I'll talk to you soon. So that's what I'm going to share. I don't got a lot to share today because I want to talk to the guys and everybody that's on here. But I do have a couple of things for you that I want to pass out from the Crypt of Cool. Elaine is going to send a couple of links. I usually share records and music, but today I'm going to give something directly to you. I'm going to give you a morning song for the week and a evening song for the week that I think you might like, that I've been digging on. All right, for your work, you drive to work tomorrow, or when you wake up and have your candy corn in your milkshake, I want you to listen to J.D. McPherson, Let the Good Times Roll. Woo, doggy, that's some rock and roll. And then something for the evening when the sun goes down and you slip into your silk smoking jacket and whatnot, or maybe nothing at all. It is Giorgio Moroder, Tears. Oh, that's a spooky one for the season. A real nice one to head off into dreamland with. All right. We're going to do a wisdom check, and then I'm going to have the cousins come down. My grandmother's yelling at them, so they must have gotten some trouble. All right. Tonight's, we haven't been back to this guy in a while. Tonight's wisdom check is from one of the greatest guys of all time, Ray Bradbury, from the book Zen and the Art of Writing. I only have one thing tonight because I'm going to read you one whole page. Okay? Here we go. Get comfortable and listen. So the 3 signs, put them together any way you wish. Work, relaxation, don't think. So those are Ray Bradbury's 3 signs. Work, relaxation, don't think. Once separated out. Now, all 3 together in a process. For if one works, one finally relaxes and stops thinking. True creation occurs then and only then. He says when we relax and stop thinking. But work without right thinking is almost useless. I repeat myself, but the writer who wants to tap the larger truth in themselves must reject the temptations of Joyce or Camus or Tennessee Williams as exhibited in the literary reviews. He must forget the money waiting for him in mass circulation. She must ask herself, what do I really think of the world? What do I love, fear, hate? And begin to pour this on paper. Then through the emotions, working steadily over a long period of time, their writing will clarify. They will relax because they think right, and they will think even righter because they relax. The two will become interchangeable. At last, they will begin to see themselves. At night, listen, I love this part. Here's Ray. At night, the very phosphorescence of their insides will throw shadows along the wall. At the last surge, the agreeable blending of work, not thinking, and relaxation will be like the blood in one's body, flowing because it has to flow, moving because it must move from the heart. What are we trying to uncover in this flow? The one person irreplaceable to the world, of which there is no duplicate. You, my friend, you. As there was only one Shakespeare, Moliere, Dr. Johnson, so you are that precious commodity, the individual person, the person we all democratically proclaim, but who so often, listen, gets lost or loses themselves in the shuffle. Work, relaxation, don't think, and let that cycle flow and see what comes out of that crazy oven that's called you. Don't get lost in the shuffle, friends. A little divination from the Pastataro to get us started. What do we pull? I pulled this for you right before I went on camera, so there's no tomfoolery here. And guess what we got? The Wheel of Fortune. Look at this. You got the Managooch, you got the ziti, you got a little caprese salad, you got all sorts of stuff going on. Spin the lazy Susan and enjoy yourself. So the Wheel of Fortune, what does the Wheel of Fortune say when it's upright? The Wheel of Fortune says this: the spin of life. If you are having bad luck, things might change for you soon. If you've had very good luck, it might balance out. You must always be prepared for change, and when change comes, just ride that wave, baby. Just ride that wave of change. Nature's going to take care of you. Everything's going to be all right. But here's another thing that comes with the Wheel of Fortune card: synchronicity. One of my favorite things in both the natural and supernatural world. Synchronicity. When all those strange things just line up and everything falls into place and you make those supernatural connections. Happened last weekend, on my mother's eyes. Sitting around at ShireCon, one of the greatest small cons I've ever been to in my life. I was at ShireCon, and I'm sitting with my friend BC, right? And we're playing Weird Heroes of Public Access with a couple of people I met at TotalCon. And they're taught, we had a break, it was a bio break. They went to the bathroom, they came back, and BC is talking to this guy about Cthulhu and gaming and all that. And BC brought up this game, right? And I forget the name off the top of my head that he's been searching for. I don't even know if it exists anymore, if it's a real thing. Very, very odd thing. And the guy sitting next to him that he's talking to goes, oh, yeah, my friend and I made that. I'll get you a copy. Synchronicity. It was a beautiful thing. So keep your eye out for the signs. Keep your eye out for the omens. Somebody's watching out for us. I don't know who, but somebody is. All right, Elena. Let's let in those knuckleheads from outside. That's your wisdom check for the day. How about a little iced tea to calm the pipes? Are the guys in? All right, Dr. Dr. Middle, you're looking good. What is going on in the Neon Clubhouse over there?
Happy Nicolas Cage Awareness Month.
Happy
From me to you.
Cage Awareness Month. Tell me about this, please.
Well, since his birthday's in January and there's nothing connecting him to September, I figured today was the perfect day to establish the month of September to be Nicolas Cage Awareness Month. Just to let everybody know he exists, that he's alive, and he's doing fantastic. He's got the list. Oh, yeah, 5 years from Mandy, they're saying in the chat. He's got a long list of fantastic movies. We'll get into Mandy, don't worry. It's right here. We'll get there. I got my pillow. I'm ready to go.
Nick Cage has you to make sure everybody knows that he's alive. He's been a busy man lately. Yeah, I think he's appreciated.
They say if you put some money under the Nicolas Cage pillow tonight, he'll come and take it and pay his bills with it.
Oh my goodness! Well, I got a fin back for him that I'm going to slide underneath the pillow. That's a beautiful pillow, by the way. Wow!
It is mermaids. Oh, I disappeared. It's mermaid sequence. So it's if the when the family's over and you don't want them to know your Nicolas Cage obsession, it goes away. But then you bring it down and
wow,
Nicolas Cage reappears.
It's like you're smearing sauce all over the poor guy. Look at now, he's got a bloody lip. Oh, there you go. Fix it.
Oh, see, wow. I hate the virtual background, but I mean, we got to praise the man that is Nicolas Cage. His screen name, but as we all know, his real last name is Coppola.
Coppola, absolutely.
Yep, he didn't want to live off the last name, so he switched it. Some great. What's your favorite, Joey? What's your favorite Nicolas Cage movie? I'm gonna put you on the spot. You weren't expecting this.
I love Mandy.
Mandy's your all-time favorite Nicolas Cage movie?
I mean, there's Raising Arizona.
Fantastic.
Apples and Oranges. I can't. I'll give you this. I can't tell you my least favorite Nick Cage movie. I can't tell you my least because there's not one that I don't like. I think the guy is. I think he deserves more than he gets. Let's just put it.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, but he's got a lot of bills, and he's a working actor now, so he's in literally anything.
How do you know about his finances?
Because it's all over the internet. It's like a very common thing. That
I watched him all yayed up on that talk show the other night when he I forget what he was promoting, but in
throwing
the 80s,
money.
He was skiing. He was
probably regretting throwing that cash too.
Yeah. Well, okay, so it's everybody. Nick Cage Appreciation Month,
Awareness Month.
Awareness. Excuse me, Awareness Month. So we're
letting people know, be aware that he exists.
Yeah, but between Neon Lord and I, one of our favorites, mutual movies of all time is Mandy. Great family movie to check out with the kids on a Sunday morning. Mandy, a laugh out loud classic. Dr. Metal. Oh, excuse me. There he is. Go ahead.
There's Mandy. Mine comes with cheddar goblin tattoos.
All right.
If you're privy to, if you know, cheddar goblin.
Down with the GC.
Yeah. WWGC.
The cheddar goblin.
What would cheddar goblin do?
Dr. Metal, I just saw you this weekend. It was great to see you in person at ShireCon. How you doing?
I saw you and Mr. Lord himself down there. It was a good time. Great time at ShireCon.
And you got to play some MCC?
I got to do all kinds of stuff. Let me show you I got some stuff with me. I got this sweet hat from some guy on
Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. That smells good.
I know. So I got that. So I got to play that game with a lot of righteous people.
Yep.
I saw, here's a little combo. I saw Chet Minton, who did this great piece of art, and a friend of the show, Mr. Ian McGarity there.
Oh, what a guy.
He's got a couple other jams, like you guys remember these.
I picked that up.
And, I don't know. This guy was there promoting his stuff.
Total jerk.
Yeah, he was. He blew me off. So anyway, but
he was there and gone in a flash.
Yeah.
So I got to get in a game with old friend Tim Callahan.
Awesome guy.
We ran this fine old. Hang on, I'll see if I can get it without the background.
Yeah, you got it.
What do you mean background? That's your room.
Yeah, I know it is. I wish. But yeah, so I got to play with Tim and a couple other my really good friends. Awesome game. He ran it with kind of a DCC vibe with DCC style characters, more of the fantasy characters, but still against which was a lot cooler because you encounter like a Plantient and a Manimal, and you're like, whoa, what's that? We're so a little bit of Frozen in Time if you're a big fan of that.
Oh, yes, I am.
That's still my favorite DCC module of all time. So I enjoyed the flavor. It was great to spend time with Tim, and can't recommend that module enough.
Thanks a lot,
And yes,
Dr.
I
Metal.
called it a module.
And to all the people that that run ShireCon, well done. It was really cool. It was like in an old movie theater, and it was very intimate, but it was very well done, well organized. And I'll tell you what, welcoming. All right, nobody's checking your badge every 5 minutes or yelling, "Excuse me, no." It was like being amongst family and friends.
Speaking of badge checking, where is Luscious Levi?
Luscious Levi is on an adventure tonight looking for a relic, so he's not going to be with us.
I just realized he wasn't here.
Yeah, but hey, big ups to the ShireCon crew. Wonderful con nestled in the quiet corner of northwestern Connecticut. Really beautiful scene. So well done to everybody there. Little Elvis Royale, he's not little anymore. Elvis Royale not only won the Judges Guild raffle, but he won the grand prize raffle. So he's got stacks of stuff. The next generation has grown up with some great OSR product, some Judges Guild, some Hyperborea. He got Hyperborea signed by Mr. Talanian, who was obviously always the consummate gentleman. What a nice guy. McCarty was there. It was a great time overall. So that was great to see everybody.
Great
hey,
show,
Neon Lord, you got some big news to drop in the Goodman world. Let's talk. Come on.
No. Couple things.
Don't be humble. Tell everybody. You got big news tonight, folks.
Well, I mean, you will be able to purchase the Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland book. Let me pull off my screen. Well, I don't have time. So you get to be able to get the core book at goodmangames.com. You get the 3D glasses with Mutant Hive Wars 3D Adventure at goodmangames.com. You'll be also to get Space Bulk at goodmangames.com here soon, real soon. You also possibly it's in the works. It's official, but not official. I got the word. Cousin Marty may or may not be at Con on the Cob. We don't know yet. We still got to find him. Still got to wrestle him in, but I heard he's working the table.
Excellent. Well, congratulations for joining the Goodman Games family. Well deserved.
Praise Lord Randy.
Praise Lord Randy Papa.
It's a Nick Cage Awareness Month miracle.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was awesome to get the word, so you will be able to officially talk about Neon Lords on this channel without being shunned by everyone.
Well, you've been very patient about that, and I appreciate that. But now you can show your stuff on the show like we all do, without the heavy hand of Goodman Games slapping you down. And PAX U, right? I'm going to be at PAX U.
Oh yeah,
Neon Lords.
Well, and Gamehole Con, me and Lou Alu gonna burn that place down. So we can talk about that when he comes on.
Yeah, very good. And are you going to be working at the Goodman's booth at PAX, or is that library? Alexandria Library.
Yeah, so I'll be down in the trenches running games the whole time for the library, Alexandria RPG Library, and then the books will be for sale at the Goodman Games booth.
Hey, Bri, can you give a quick shout out to the Alexandria RPG Library and let people know what it is?
Absolutely. As a board member of the library myself, it is a awesome non-for-profit where they take a bunch of role-playing games to all these cons, and you can check them out and see if you like them, play them. It's a library, you check them, literally check them out from the library, take them to a table, read them or play them. But it's like, it runs the gamut. It's everything.
I mean, we're talking at least 1,000 games probably, right?
Oh, more than that. Yeah. Way more than 1,000.
It's a real traveling library of tabletop gaming history.
Yeah. They got if it was a game they made, they most likely have it. They do have Pirates of Darkwater, the role-playing game that probably nobody even knows exists. They have a copy. They got Dallas, the role-playing game, so at PAX we could play Dallas.
Awesome. They got everything. Great people there.
Yep, and we're always looking for donations to a books. So get a hold of the chief librarian, David, or me. I don't know anything. I'm just a board member, but
just
they haven't told me anything.
Hey,
I get an official shirt.
Are you a board member of Alexandria RPG?
As a matter of fact, I'm a board member.
All right.
Not only am I a client, I'm also a board member.
All right. Hey, guys, you ready for some friends to come down?
Of course.
Let me get the Old Spice on because we got a Dapper Dan coming downstairs tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Dandelion Games, one of my favorite humans representing the magic of this community. This is I mean, every time I swear, I feel like I got Lou on my shoulder just shaking his head. He's like the good angel on my shoulder. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the lovely Lou. Welcome to the show, Lou. How you doing,
Hey,
pal?
thanks for having me, man. I got my best threads on, man. I don't want to disrespect
Certainly
the house
do.
that Joey built, man.
You certainly do. And look at that Windsor knot. That's a beauty. You're a true gent.
Impressive.
Yeah.
So, Lou,
I don't know how to
These
tie
are
a tie.
fresh dusted from the '90s, man. I was doing the
I can
Rump
smell the
Shaker by
Jafar
Rex and
Noir
Effects
on it.
and these just a mere 25, 30 years ago, you know.
Beautiful. Well, great to see you. And thanks for your time tonight. You're a big inspiration. You keep the childhood innocence alive in gaming, and you always fill up my gas tank with happiness and creativity. Talk about what you got going on. You got a couple irons in the fire. What's the hottest one right now?
Yeah, so right now we're on the last 3 days of a selection of, like, I guess you could call them pamphlet adventures, but they're really kind of DM screen size. Now this is like the paper version of it. The real ones are cardstock, but it's just a fast play adventure, short form, 6 panels. There's 3 different ones. There's this one here called the Ratcatcher's Son, which is a DCC module. You go into this inhuman temple that's found underneath the sewers of the city to go rescue the Ratcatcher's Son. There's all sorts of crazy, eerie scenery down there. I tried to use all my best formation as a student of archaeology and anthropology to put together a real abysmal, dank sort of dungeon. Just, you know, you'll see it when you play it, but it's very moody. There's a second DCC one that I don't have a printed version of to show you, but it's called In the Employ of the King's Foresters. It's an outdoor adventure. The king has demanded a highway to be built between the northern communities and the southern agricultural communities, but this high road has to go right through this forbidden forest of dark and evil magic. So players have to escort all these foresters and try to help them kind of scout the area and figure out how to build the road through it. There's that whole component if you like kind of resource management and figuring things out like that, engineering kind of mindset. But then there's all the wilderness exploration and crazy, horrible creatures that dwell in the forest. And then my favorite, of course, being an MCC fan, we've got the floating spoils of Zar Bazaar. So this is a sky pirate adventure, right? You know, who doesn't love sky pirates?
Absolutely. Man, you're on
these
fire
guys are
with
dropping
the
down
titles,
into
too.
your village. They're taking all your crud. You got to figure a way to get up to this dirigible that they're in and fight your way through it and face off against the mysterious Zar Bazaar and get your stuff back. So that's going on right now. 3 days left on that, I think. And then in October, I've got the second volume of the Unnatural Selections. This is a monster collection meant for MCC, but playable with DCC as well. It's got all sorts of stuff in there. I like to mix my fantasy with my technology and sci-fi. So this will be a very, very small, it's looking like it's going to be somewhere between 36 and 40 pages to add to this. And as you can see, that's just going to fill out. This is the original one, volume 1. That'll fill out the
it's like
fill out the binder there. It has a couple divider pages to add to it. Maybe a stretch goal to get some more clean stickers to add to your cover there, and a new cover for the back to play around on. But that'll finish that out. Next year, we'll have to open up a whole nother binder for the stuff coming up.
Lou, show them a little bit more of the physical nature of that project right there.
I have a question. I have a question for Mr. Royale.
Look at them.
So
it's a binder, folks. It's it's like a mini trapper keeper. It's awesome.
So the binder colors, is there any correlation to what colors you sent to who, or was it random?
It was totally random. But I'm thinking when I go to launch next year, the new binder, I'll probably allow people to select their color, because I don't want them to get like if they want them to match, I want them to match. If they want different colors for each volume, I want to give them what they want. But
I mean, I was happy. I got hot pink, so I was very happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's exactly even. They ship them to me in groups of 3 of one color, 3 of the other color, and 3 of the third color. It's pink, this kind of like a teal blue kind of color, and then a dark blue. But yeah, so the the inside pictures or pages, I mean, it's a monster on each page. So front and back, that's just one monster. So you can organize them like you want. It's really high quality paper, So
Wow.
it's got dividers by my good friend Christopher Tupa did the art for this. Santiago Abora did all the interior art for the creatures, so they all match. They all feels connected. And then the cover, I don't know if I can get this one out. It's been in there so long. But the cover comes out and there's cling stickers that come with it that you put on the cover. I'm hoping if we hit the stretch goal on this one coming up for volume 2, you'll get a whole new sheet of those stickers, new monsters, new stuff on it, and a whole nother sheet to put in the back. So you don't have to have the barcode and stuff back here. You get a whole nother platform to design your cover with.
Is that Kickstarter going to have the first edition available too?
Yeah. I'll that'll be an add-on for people that didn't catch it the first time around. Give you a chance to get both volumes at once.
Excellent.
Mean,
I already backed the first one. I back everything Lou does. So
I'm
vice
late
versa,
for the
man.
party.
I'm so happy for you, Neon Lord, man. The Toxic Lords the Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland has been just a delight to be able to. I mean, you gave me some copies to go around and sell at some of the cons I've been at, and to be able to like tell people about it. I mean, it's like RPG, Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland. And it's like this beacon of people like, that is different. That is something that, is so wild of a swing from everything else that, everyone needs that little injection of adrenaline every now and then. And that's what it does to the game table.
Oh, thank you.
Back
I
at you,
appreciate
man.
that.
we're all
thanks.
passing around the same $20-$30 just in a circle too.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're supporting each other's game habits.
Awesome.
Hey Lou, those pamphlet modules you got there
Mhm.
that you're pushing, are those laminated?
So again, these are just color tests that I got from the printer. They're going to be on the ones that are coming out are on 120-pound cardstock. If anyone's bought any of my adventures before, that's the same cardstock that those covers are that they come off with the maps and stuff. But yeah, there'll be a laminated cover to them. There's 6 panels. You've got like one side is most of the adventure with like your monsters and the what goes down in the adventure, and then you've got the side with the pretty cover picture, and then all of them have just like a really highly detailed map to go with them.
Amazing.
Yeah, the crew we roll with, they like to spill a lot of beverages.
You get some pizza sauce
that
on
thing
this
looks
thing?
like it could take a beating.
They will. I mean, it's my printers are just. I use local guys, gals, and they do just a snap job. I mean, it's high quality as far as the stock that they buy, and they do a great job with making sure that when it's printed right. And it's their laminate coat's nice and thick. And
yeah, that thing looks like it looks like it could be the sham wow that I'm looking for on the table.
And then I mean every Kickstarter Lou does, it's done before it even goes to Kickstarter, and then it's in your mailbox a month later.
That's
especially with these pamphlet ones, they are like either printing today or tomorrow. They're going on that press. So
I saw that update.
Says we're done. It's boom to you.
The Kickstarter's not even done yet. It's already printed.
Amongst a crowd of unfulfilled projects, Lou is one you can definitely count on. Not only to come quick, but to do it with quality. We love you, Lou. Yeah. As you can tell, we're all big fans of you, and we appreciate your friendship. You do cool stuff, man.
Awesome.
And I get to share a room with him at Game Hall Con.
Yeah, you guys are going to Total. I mean, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Game Hall Con. Yeah.
Game Hall Con.
Game Hall.
I know. I can't wait.
Man.
I'm like, I can't sleep at night. I get so excited about thinking about it.
That's going to be a great time. I want to bring our friend Wayne into the conversation in a minute. Before we do, we got to take a break and pay the bills. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're feeling down in the dumps, I'd like to recommend Blackstrap Molasses. That'll get you going. I got to get ready for my friend Wayne. And the only way I will be prepared for such awesomeness is with 1 tablespoon of everybody's favorite Blackstrap Molasses. Woo! That kicks you right in the pants. And in celebration of upcoming Halloween, and because Grape Ape won't stop bothering me about contests again, let's do a contest, all right? I got something for you. Here's a Get Haunted Industries Halloween prize pack that consists of a first printing of Darkest Dice with some mistakes. I cleaned them up and reprinted them. I got a copy, one of my last copies of Vampire Blood, a Slayer's Guide for DCC by yours truly, and a very rare copy of a lunch break project I did called Stay Sick, a fun little game, a bad game for bad people based on the music of the Cramps. So the first person in the chat that can tell me Poison Ivy, Rorschach's real name, will receive a free prize pack. I'll cover the shipping in the stream. So what is Poison Ivy's real name from the Cramps? And we'll see what comes up in the chat, but that won't slow us down. I got a couple more giveaways. Christy Wallace, Keith the Gamer Geek. You get it. Very good. All right. How about let's do another one real quick.
Little do you know, Keith the Gamer Geek lives in Australia.
30 bucks. Oh, cripe. All right. Here's another one. One of my favorite books of all time and a definite read for the season. Here we go. Ray Bradbury, Something Wicked This Way Comes. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll get the chills. This will change your life if you haven't read it. Who was the first drummer of the Cramps? We'll put that one right there. I'm going to write down Keith the Gamer gets the Halloween pack.
Speaking of Halloween, when are you going to bring up the other Halloween thing?
Oh, I'll see if we have time. If not, we'll do it at the end of the show. The first drummer of the Cramps. Nope, nobody's got it yet. Nobody's got it yet, so we will keep
nobody
on
cares
going.
about the Cramps.
What's that? Well, they
Nobody
should.
cares.
Okay. Oh my God! Yeah, Tim DeShane, the first drummer of the Cramps.
I assure you, Tim did not play drums.
That's a different kind of Cramps. That's after a couple of New York systems.
That wasn't Nicolas Cage, was it?
No,
Yeah.
It was not Nicolas Cage, but that guy needs more awareness. All right, so we'll keep on going. If anybody comes up with the first drummer from the Cramps, we will award that person. But in the meantime, let's bring in one of my favorite people in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to have the man with the van. Woo! Wayne Snyder. Great Bay, Pam Balam. You are right. You got the Ray Bradbury book. Wayne, how you doing, pal?
I'm doing good.
Oh, man. All right, here we go. This guy, I never met him before, but of course I knew of him just because of all the wonderful things he does. He started out with the banner. Then they had the obelisk. Then they had the van. And then the ziggurat. And now the dice tower. This guy is a genius. What he can do with his mind and his hands, whoo, that gets my motor going. I walk into Gen Con. I'm nervous because I'm amongst all these people. To me, it's like walking in, on the red carpet of a Hollywood movie. You got this guy over there, and I see that I'm staying with Wayne. And DeShane's like, "You're gonna love this guy." I walk in, boom. I don't know if you felt this, Wayne, but I felt like I was meeting a cousin. This guy took me in right away, made me feel accepted, made me feel like I was part of the crew. And Wayne, I'll never, ever forget that. Right away, you were my friend. And thank you for being so kind right off the bat at first blush. How are you?
I'm good. No, it was great having you there. I mean, just all your enthusiasm for all of it just redoubled all of mine after having been there. That was in my 9th year, I think.
Yeah.
And it might have been getting a little bit stale, but then seeing it through your eyes, it made it just so much more fun. And yeah, it was great rooming with you.
I was a nervous wreck, and I'm really glad that you pushed me to go down to DougCon and take on that challenge. But that was such a cool experience. And I want to thank you, and everybody can learn from Wayne here. Wayne gave me one of the greatest gifts I've ever received, and he probably doesn't even know it. But after Gen Con, I was back to work. I was having that that con crash where it's like, I wish I was back, this and that. It was tough come down. And just out of nowhere, one morning, I get a text, and it's a text from Wayne, and it's just a picture of a couple creatures he found in his garden. And it was just, check it out. And I got to tell you, man, I'm going to get a little misty-eyed. You have no idea how much that meant to me and what a gift that was, because there was just such sincerity in it. It wasn't I love memes and jokes and all that, but it was just something so wholesome and cool. I found a little friend in my garden, and I'm gonna text my friend first thing in the morning to show him that. And there was something very beautiful about that, Wayne. And I mean when I say that's one of the greatest gifts I've ever received. You saw something that most people would just walk by. It was just a little guy coming out of his shell, right? It's like a
Yeah, I
little
mean,
turtle.
I find that stuff all the time because I'm doing landscaping, but there's always some kind of bugs and turtles and weird guys crawling around.
It's important to stop and take a look at that stuff, and don't let that stuff fly by you. So, Wayne, something else I learned from you is an appreciation of dice. Now, we talk about decent dice and the funky dice and all that, but you take a different approach to dice in general. Speak about that. Speak about your love of dice, Wayne.
I mean, my love of dice, every good game nerd has a love of dice, but to save myself from bankrupting myself at Gen Con these last 9 years, I've developed just a fondness for novelty dice that I can purchase, and then I feel like I did my capitalist duty and I don't have to spend $5,000 on cool mini or not board games and all the things. And so yeah, I just keep buying weird dice. You can drop like 20-30 bucks and you're safe.
And what do you do with these? Now, you do more than just roll for damage with these dice.
Oh yeah, I got weather dice and treasure dice and building dice and what's one? I got one that has the 7 deadly sins and the 7 temperaments on it. I got these. We had one of these for use in the dice tower, and at the end of Gen Con, somebody walked off with it. So I bought some more just so I wish I could juggle because these are kind of great. They also put dents in your table if you roll them.
That dice tower is a thing of beauty. What are the dimensions of that? So the people
I have no idea.
See it. Well, how tall? It's taller. It's about as tall as us.
Yeah, it's probably like 5 foot tall. It's like 36 inches or 3 feet square. It's kind of a dice tower podium thing with hopefully a little bit of dying earth flair. That's why I painted it red.
Yeah, definitely. Now a lot of people know about your iconic. People in the DCC scene know about your iconic van. And it is a work of beauty. And I know it's a lot of work for you getting it. It's not just, hey, let's hop in the van and drive from con to con. It's a little bit more temperamental than that, right? So
I'm not the best. I'm not amateur mechanic, so it's I've kept it running all these years, but it's not good for 676 miles or whatever it is from here to Indianapolis. So I do have it shipped there, mostly because I have to drive through West Virginia up and down all them death-defying mountain curves. And
now you're located in Virginia, correct?
Yeah.
So everybody knows. Yeah. What part of Virginia are you in?
It's right in the middle in Richmond.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Pennsylvania, in central Pennsylvania.
Right. And I know we've talked about this, but I wanted to share with everybody. What was something fantastic amongst the mundane in the area you grew up in, Wayne?
It's coal country. It's anthracite coal country, and it was past its prime. So it looks like the post-apocalypse. There's just abandoned coal collieries and coal works and mine holes and strip mines, and there's just black dust deserts. And we used to just run around out there and ride our 4-wheelers around out there, and it's just, I think that has a lot to do with why I love post-apocalypse stuff so much.
And that's you're following my breadcrumbs that I'm leading here. So you are part of DCC canon. You're in the the deities and demigods of the DCC, but you also have a very distinct take on adventures and what you like to experience. So tell us a little bit about some of the gaming work that you've done.
I work on Hobonomicon with Doug and James and Jarrett and all the rest of the awesome artists and crew on that. So we make all that stuff. I've been doing after hours games with Doug's for a couple of years. We did Catastrophe Island 1 and 2 and Escape from Planet Punjar. Like, it's all just if you talk about DCC being Gonzo, I think it's the Gonzo of the Gonzo stuff.
It's like 12. You've turned that up to 12 there.
I just, I like putting laser guns and pink smoke in my fantasy adventures. One time where there was a giant dynamite pig that they were using to hunt these sentient meat tanks that kind of like pooped out little army men and drove around in the jungle. And then Jarrett set the dynamite pig on fire, and that was the end of the entire party. Well, mostly I was like, roll 10d20 damage for each of your characters, and actually some of them lived, so that was kind of
I
great.
see the Neon Lord nodding. We have to get Wayne and the Neon Lord together for some sort of game, because I think
it would be
that
a
would
good
be
time.
explosive.
Yeah, because I have rats strapped with TNT as an enemy in the new book, and I got this thing called the Mook Launcher. It's literally a giant gun that shoots mutants.
Excellent.
So yeah, it's right up my alley.
Yeah, all that stuff looks super good. I'm stoked about all your work.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's a big deal
awesome.
right there.
We'll play together soon.
Oh yeah.
Wayne, are you working on anything right now that you can talk about?
Not particularly. There's a new Hobonomicon coming out pretty soon.
Oh, let's talk about this. That's where we're going here.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but I'm pretty sure it's all put together. It's got to go through another editing pass or two. It's got a bunch of different random stuff in it. It's not just all one, they all do, but it's got Doug's comic and
when that comes out, I would love to have you and Doug come on the show together and talk about this kind of environment that you guys have developed, from Hobonomicon to Punjar. And can you tell this? One of my favorite stories or information I got from the con was about the island that you guys created.
About Catastrophe Island?
Yes.
It was right at the dawn of everybody coming together at Gen Con with DCC crew. And those nights we would get, because back then everybody that is the people you would consider the luminaries now, not everybody worked for Goodman, but we all, for the most part, everybody works for Goodman now. So when it gets to be DougCon, late night at Gen Con, everybody goes to bed because they've been busting their chops all day. So it's not as busy as it used to be, but we'd have 40 people there playing games, and it was Jen and Bob and Dave Beatty, and sometimes Joe would be in there, and Harley and the whole crew, all those people. And we had made this Catastrophe Island game, which is about an island. It's a 0 level funnel. It's a zany con game. All of our con games are made to use the fact that we have multiple tables of people playing the same game at the same time, because it's something you don't get anywhere else. So we try to utilize the fact that how can you make this game different just for the con?
Sure.
Like make it a special experience, and that is to mix up people at tables. So if somebody dies or they fall into quicksand, you can have them just move over to another table and then pop out of some other quicksand, and now they're in this group of people.
Yeah.
And Catastrophe Island, I think Catastrophe Island 2 had ghosts. So if people died right out the gate, you could just turn them into a ghost. They could possess other characters. You just had a dice off to see who was going to be in control of the body. If you got possessed by a ghost, you had other ghosts could give kind of like luck, where they could help other people with their rolls. They had like a D4 helper dice to
it was
help
such a crazy
people.
experience being in that room. And it was like, everybody out in Spaghetti Land, if you weren't there, it was like rotating tables. If you died, you show up at somebody else's table.
Yeah,
and
just get up, go to the next table, move over there. You're playing Inferno Road now.
City.
Yeah, you're a ninja. Oh, you're a dead ninja. Get over here.
Shark. And next thing I know, I have a Scott Cthulhu is a Russian secret agent that just pops up and starts with a Tech 9, and everybody else just had like nunchucks, and he quickly died, but I think he was punched through the chest by a man shark, but he was the one with the Tech 9, just lightened the place up. So it was awesome. You've built a nice community within a nice community, Wayne.
Everybody's super fun. I don't think I built anything. I just showed up, and it's so self-selecting. Everybody's just a beautiful person, and they all just came out of the woodwork and came together so perfectly.
That's a nice way to put it.
It really is, man. It's just, you saw it. It's like
I saw it.
the greatest group of people.
Well, I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. I'm going to go around the table in a minute, but I wanted to, let's do one more. Who was this? Let's make this an easy one. I bet at one point in everybody's life, you've dressed up as a pirate for Halloween. So let's give away Robert E. Howard's The Swashbuckling Adventurer, Black Vulmia's Vengeance. Just tell me, who was, let's do a good one here. Which member of the Cramps now has something to do with pink flying monkeys? Let's see who gets that one.
You have to acknowledge the winner of the last one.
You have to Great Bape, of course. Great Bape.
Just making sure.
Purple monkey birds, whatever it was. Something to do with purple, pink, and monkeys birds. Which ex-Cramp member has something to do with pink, purple monkey birds? Hey,
baby, probably Lou. Lou's probably got it in his next book.
Yeah, probably.
He's definitely got it statted up in that big binder.
Oh no, the binder is amazing. It's like one of my favorite things to come out in the last.
It's
forever.
so 1991, 92.
Of course I love it. He took my idea. The dang color forms. I was gonna do that, but he beat me to it.
All right,
as you've already done the 3D thing, man. I gotta find some space to do something.
No, you're fine. I know. I got scratch and sniff stickers too coming.
Oh yeah, they're coming. They're gonna smell great. All right. So as we prepare, so we got to wrap up soon. Elena, we have somebody back to back, right? Hello.
He's on.
Anyway, yes. Okay. So we got to wrap up soon. As we get our
tell them you're Royale. They got to wait for you.
As we go around, Kid Congo Powers, Keith. I'm gonna combine shipping on that one. You're right. So you get the Halloween pack and the pirate pack. And we will take care of that. And there we go. Hi.
Enjoy your gaming, nerd.
the nice. Sting.
Oh, that's gonna make it to the best of here on Joey's Royale's Pizza Party.
Aren't they
those whippersnappers?
Awesome.
So as we get ready, listen, I want to ask each of you a question before we head out, because we're close on time. What's one thing that always gets you in the mood for Halloween? Let's start with Dr. Metal.
One thing that gets me in the mood for Halloween. Place of business I've been working at. We've had a party that started in a basement at a friend of mine's house in Ohio. It came with us 20-something years later to Rhode Island. We now play it in full costumes. So if you want to see Dr. Metal from the waist down in his spandex, screaming poison, that is the place to go.
I got the videos.
Very good.
I saved them from last year.
They keep them behind the cowboy doors in the video shop.
It's a rare treat.
They're awesome.
It's all fantastic.
So the toy company Halloween.
Oh, he didn't. No, he said company.
I didn't say the name. Lou. Let's move on. Lou.
All right. So when I was a kid, LPs of like haunted stories, haunted house noises. I don't have my record player anymore, but man, you can find that stuff on like YouTube and Spotify and listen to some of those old scratchy recordings of all these wonderful ghost stories. I got to do that every night during October.
Lou, you know what you got to do too? And you got to show us those monster molds I sent you from the Monster Maker.
Oh, man, I got to run out to the garage to get those, man. Those are so here's the thing, man. Jello. You throw some Jello in there. You throw some fruit in there. You got Frankenstein with brainy bits in it.
What was the name of the toy? What was it called?
It was called the Monster Machine.
The Monster Machine.
Yeah, Monster Maker Machine. Oh man,
so not to be confused with. I had Mighty Man Monster Maker kit. If you remember that,
I do. Yep.
That was with the rub down templates.
Yeah, this was a device you hand cranked. It had the hollow form molds that spun around. Frankenstein was the main licensed guy, but it also had Jekyll and Hyde.
My first Rotocast machine.
Yeah. And it had like an alien and Bigfoot and
Dr.
I'm
Jekyll and
forgetting,
Mr. Hyde.
let's see, who am I forgetting? Oh, this other alien, this like brain guy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my brother and I
Dr.
had
Jekyll
it.
and Mr. Hyde, the two-sided one.
Yeah. It was
Nice.
awesome. You put plaster of Paris in there and then painted it up.
Yeah.
But you can put anything in there. That's the genius of it. Jello.
Love it. Vomit even. Go ahead.
I suppose, yes.
What gets you in the mood for Halloween?
Who, me?
Yeah.
It's the first leaf. I saw it the other day. It's like blaze orange with the red coming. It's a maple leaf, and I picked it up and I was like, I took a picture of it. I sent it to people. I'm like, it's on.
Oh, Wayne, I want to hug you. You just bring that. Man, yeah,
you guys got to be ahead of us up there, though. I mean,
we're getting there. They're coming.
It's still 80 degrees here, but we got one leaf. I got it. I documented it.
Awesome. Neon Lord, with about a minute left, what do you think?
We got Bobby, Boris Pickett, Screamin' Jay Hawkins, Monster Cereals, and WNUF Halloween Special.
That's mine right there. If you haven't seen it, check out the WNUF Halloween Special, one of the greatest pieces of Halloween nostalgia, even though it's relatively recent. They nail it. If you want an awesome, spooky, fun time, family-friendly, and hits you right in the heart if you're a 70s, 80s kid, the WNUF Halloween Special. That's Joey Royale's thing. Before we go, I just want to let everybody know how much I love you. I'm going to read one thing from Mr. Rogers, and then we're going to head out. From Lady Elaine, the creepy puppet, who I think also did her nighttime gig as the madam from Solid Gold. Sometimes people are happy. Sometimes people are sad. Sometimes people are angry, and sometimes people are glad. What are you going to do? That's just the way it is. I love that one. What are you going to do? All right, that's it is. The Wheel of Fortune spins, and we're all going to be okay because we have each other. To you, to your loved ones, and everybody in between, Ciao Paesans. Neon Lord, take us out with this.
Oh, I forgot.
All right. Anyways,
you didn't get me. You got me on the hook.
All right. We love you. Ciao, Paesans. I'll see you next month for the Joey Royale's Pizza Party Halloween Special. Good night.